Good morning, grade 4. How are you today? I hope you're all fine. Let's start talking about our last concept at our curriculum, which is called changing landscapes. Before starting, let's know what does the word landscape mean. Landscape is a large visible area of land, and usually it's naturally like what do you see? What do you see from this picture, you grade 4? Excellent. Like the mountains. Excellent, grade 4. What else? Super, like the sand dunes. Excellent. And also like valleys. Excellent, grade 4. All of these landforms, I can call them landscapes. Now, let's know one important information, which is the difference between valleys and canyons. Let's say first the similarity between them, which is that both of them can be formed either by rivers or streams, grade 4. But for valleys, they are usually lowland area between two mountains and their sides are gently sloped. While canyon is nothing grade 4 but deep valley. So it's having a very high walls. And usually canyons are steep, narrow, and consisting of many layers of rocks. We are having a lot of canyons all over the world, grade 4, which usually differ in color, shape, and also the texture of the rocks itself. The first one, for example, is found in Oman, and it's usually brown in color or black. While the second one is found in Thailand, and usually it's reddish in color or brown. Also, grade 4, we are having canyons which take the shape of letter V, as in Wadi Rum Canyon, which is found in Jordan, and the Colored Canyon, which is found in Sinai. We have said before, grade 4, that canyons are special types of valleys, but with steep sides. But have you ever asked yourself about the idea of its formation? Let's now say it. First of all, the gravity pulls rainwater downhill to form such small streams. And then these small streams join together to form bigger and bigger one. And finally, when this big river moves across so fast across the land, it looks like it carves the land and erodes it to make a valley. And finally, the shape of the valley, grade 4, depend on three important factors, which are, number 1, the type of rock. Also, it depends on the speed and age and also the size of the river which forming the valley. Now, let's talk about the most common canyon in the world, grade 4, which is called the Grand Canyon. We have said before that it's the largest canyon in the world, and it's found also in the United States of America. Also, it contains a river at its bottom, and it's very large and steep and consisting of many layers. Concerning about its formation, like we studied before, grade 4, formation of any canyon needs millions of years to be formed, as it needs the movement of the water from the river to be very quickly, so that erosion will happen between the river and the rocks will be very quickly and also will be very strongly to form such a steep slope. As the fast moving of the river water causes a lot of sediments to be deposited at the bottom of the mountains, which leads finally to the formation of the Grand Canyon. Now, as we studied before, that wind is from the physical factors which affecting on weathering, as when the wind blows across the land, it causes breaking down of mountain in a process called, we took it at concept 4.1, grade 4. Excellent. It causes breaking down of mountains and rocks in a process known weathering, super, grade 4. It breaks down it into smaller and smaller sediments, and then this wind carries the sediments into another places in a process known as Super, excellent, grade 4. Erosion, moving of sediments, excellent. We said that at concept 4.1, moving of sediments into another place is called erosion. Super, grade 4. And then erosion may lead sometimes to formation of different shapes of landscapes as sand dunes. Sand dunes are from the landforms that formed mainly grade 4 from the wind, as when it hits a block of rocks, for example. Also, sand dunes also may reach up to hundreds of meters tall. And they are more common at the beach in the sandy desert environment. Sand dunes also are so related to the direction of the wind, grade 4, as when the wind blows and hits a mountain, for example, the movement of the sediments will happen from the same direction of the wind, not from the opposite direction. Okay, grade 4? As when the sand reaches the top, the dune acts as a barrier to the wind, so it acts like no more weathering and erosion is gonna happen. Now, grade 4, we are gonna study the last part at our curriculum, which is called Wadi al-Hitan rock layers. It's formed due to weathering and erosion processes which happens across Egypt 40 million years ago. First of all, grade 4, you have to know that the scientists who study the rocks are called geologists. Okay, they are called geologists, grade 4, scientists who study the rocks. And they call also each separate rock layer, they call it a formation. They call it a formation. Excellent, grade 4. These formations are like the sedimentary rocks of sandstone and limestone. And now, after studying these layers or formations, geologists find out that the arrangement of rock layers at this area comes as the following, grade 4. As number 1, the newest rocks will be settled at the top layers of the higher cliffs or mountains, while the oldest rocks, which contain the fossils, will be settled down at the bottom layers of the cliffs. And now, here are some fossils that's found in Wadi al-Hitan. As number 1, picture number 1, do you think it's picture for what? Super, grade 4. This is a skeleton for whales. Super, grade 4. And for picture number 2, we are having some skeleton of turtles. Super, grade 4. And also we are having at Wadi al-Hitan some skeleton of shark teeth. Super, grade 4. And also we are having some skeletons for crocodiles. Super. And the last one, we are having some skeleton for sea cows. Super, grade 4. And here at the end, grade 4, thank you so much for listening.